Hello, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Ellen.
And we're here to look back at 2021. The snow isn't quite falling yet, but our Christmas tree is up, and that means we're at the end of another year. This is a time for relaxing with a mulled drink and reminiscing on everything that's happened over the last 12 months. So we thought we'd go through our highlights of 2021.
We've been busy at Logitech G with brand new releases, from kicking off the year with our KDA collection to a collaboration with the master of aim, Shroud himself. There have also been a ton of new games we've lost countless hours to, and we can't wait to see what comes next.
To make sure you don't miss any new releases, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments your favourite memory of the year. Okay, get your hot cocos ready and let's take a trip back through 2021.
January started off strong with the release of the third and final Hitman game, shockingly titled Hitman 3. It was the slickest installment yet, and we got to see the effects of ray tracing in impossibly high skyscrapers and impossibly shiny heads. The complete edition of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World also brought nostalgic joy into our lives in true beat-em-up fashion, which is exactly the pick-me-up we needed after the holidays were over.
As winter came to a close with February, we had the delightful early access surprise Valheim that turned all our evenings into Viking survival adventures with friends. It came out of nowhere and completely dominated our world for a while. And while the mead drinking has definitely slowed down, we're excited to see where this early access title goes next. And shortly after that came Little Nightmares 2, a terrifying sequel that delivered everything we wanted. Feeling tiny and helpless amongst a world of hungry, creepy giants. The Python Next teacher still hasn't left my mind. So not really one for Valentine's Day, but perfect for those long winter nights.
March was an exciting month. There was the launch of the KDA range, which, as I'm sure you'll remember, included the G733 headset with the gorgeous detailed headband, the G502 Hero mouse, and the G333 gaming earphones, all of which were unboxed by Maddie herself. We also got to co-op our way through a dysfunctional family with the release of It Takes Two. Not only was this an incredible two-player experience, but we could gift a copy of the game to a friend for free, so the co-op chaos could keep us warm through March.
Welcome to your first Couples Challenge! Win or lose, you must do it together!
Well, I guess we're gonna have to.
April kicked off with some brilliant indie titles that have stuck with us throughout the year. Before Your Eyes was a moving narrative experience played entirely by blinking at your webcam. There were definitely some tears shed. Next up was Cozy Grove, a comforting life sim that became our Animal Crossing on PC and filled many of our evenings with helping the ghostly islanders. For those of us on PlayStation though, Returnal was all we played in April. A repeating roguelike adventure dominated by a mysterious time loop. We had a blast exploring the alien planet, literally. But for those on PC, we did do a video on all the best games like Returnal that you can still play. We've always got your back.
Exactly as I left it.
The AAAs started to roll in during May. Mass Effect Legendary Edition gave Commander Shepard, the Mako, and all of the budding romance options a fresh coat of paint. So naturally, we spent the month rediscovering everything the galaxy has to offer and smooching Garrus. We're not sorry. Then there was the post-apocalyptic Biomutant, which made it onto our list of animal games with adorable protagonists because of the fuzzy-headed mammal you get to play as. And finally, Resident Evil Village came along, emphasis on the long, thanks to the statuesque Lady Dimitrescu, who was all anyone could talk about for months afterwards. And before, come to think of it.
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man hands on my daughters!
June was a time for tons of gaming news thanks to E3. New projects were announced such as Vampire Slaying Redfall and Forza Horizon 5's beautiful Mexican setting, along with updates on highly anticipated games such as new trailers for Breath of the Wild 2 and Bethesda's space adventure Starfield.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
We shared everything we couldn't wait for on the channel, and it's certainly looking like 2022 will be a brilliant year for games. It wasn't all anticipation though, we actually got to enjoy some games too. Chicory: A Colourful Tale was a delightful puzzle game about colouring in a world that turned black and white. Along with Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart on PS5, the breathtaking, dimension-hopping 16th entry to the series. It was definitely a standout of the summer.
Ratchet, we are too late.
On this channel, we kicked off our new video series Reasons to be Excited in July, where we spotlight an upcoming game and share everything we know about it so far. Since then, we've covered Forza Horizon, Far Cry, and Deathloop, to name but a few.
You gotta be better than all of us, so don't just try to shoot everything.
But I like shooting things.
You gotta be smart. It's the only way to fix this. This and this.
Then the Forgotten City released and arrived on the MVP of this year, Xbox Game Pass. The mystery RPG started out as a Skyrim mod and went on to become one of our favourite games of the year.
I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
We also released the Ice Pop, a premium mic that took our gaming to the next level by making us sound crystal clear when communicating in first-person shooters. And finally, in July, we got minty fresh with the release of the G335 and unboxed that gorgeous mint shade on the channel. Plus, Maddie matched her outfit to the cloth ear pads on the headset, which I think is an achievement worth mentioning, I'm sure you'll agree.
August was certainly a month for brilliantly weird games. First up, we had Boyfriend Dungeon, a dungeon-crawling dating sim hybrid. We split our time between battling the protagonist's personified insecurities and getting to know a lineup of dateable weapons. They did also turn into people, we promise. Mostly. If that wasn't enough to define your August, we also saw the release of Psychonauts 2. We only had to wait about 15 years, but the Psychonauts sequel was totally worth it. We jumped straight back into the story and some of the coolest brains yet, taking us through level design unlike anything else. In what other game can you befriend all the senses?
Oh yeah, back to my regular smell again. Which, if I'm being honest, I've never heard any complaints about.
Whew, September was a big one. The G435 arrived in 3 incredible colorways, including the eye-catching blue and pink, and thanks to all the new releases this month, we barely took ours off. Deathloop took us to a remote island and basically said to us, you figure it out. We had to find our way out of a time loop, but the fast-paced action and strategic thinking kept us playing again and again and again. Sable dazzled us with its sunset shades and heartwarming story, and left us listening to Japanese Breakfast Club for the rest of the year. Not kidding. And New World took us to a new, well, you can guess. Yes, Amazon decided to add gaming to their portfolio and gave us a new MMO to lose ourselves in, which meant we finished September by running headfirst into battle.
Obviously, our favourite moment from October was our League of Legends collection drop. This is a full Hextech blue and gold version of the Pro Series, including a Summoner's Rift mousepad to tie everything together, which Ellen unboxed all for us on the channel. The ultimate way to level up your setup. So, mainly we spent our October playing League with our new collection, but there were a few other game releases we had fun with too. Metroid Dread came out on Nintendo Switch, taking us straight back into the series. Then we had another return to glory with Back 4 Blood, a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, so we could shoot zombies into oblivion with friends.
Keep at it!
Far Cry 6 was, of course, the biggest release, taking us onto another tropical, fast-paced adventure through the island of Yara, guns blazing, adorable pets by our side.
Good dog. Good dog.
And we finished off the month with Guardians of the Galaxy, a hilariously fun space adventure with our favorite team of misfits.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
It might be towards the end of the year, but November had no plans to slow things down. Forza Horizon 5 skidded onto our console of choice and let us race through the sun-drenched streets of Mexico. Hopefully in November, Shroud took a bit of well-earned time off after the G303 Shroud Edition released and showed us all the impact a good mouse can make to our gaming. Honestly, we've never aimed so fast. As if they knew the perfect mouse for FPS was arriving on the scene that very month, Battlefield 2042 flung us into the future and gave us guns. So many guns. And finally, we ripped off the tape on unpacking and discovered a wonderful indie that told a story through unpacking a character's belongings. It had a truly moving storyline at the heart of it, and if you missed it, do us and yourselves a favor and check that one out.
And here we are in December. What a year! There have been some amazing games, but our wish lists are already looking into next year. Luckily, we had one more title to enjoy before the year's out with Halo Infinite. The end of November had us teaming up with friends in the free multiplayer, but we couldn't wait to get into Master Chief's story all these years later with the campaign. That's definitely going to keep us busy till the new year. We loved seeing everyone enjoy their new gear this year, from fresh mint setups with the G335 headset to getting to design a brand new G303 with Shroud. It's definitely been one to remember.
Let us know your favourite moment of 2021 in the comments below. For more Logitech G news and updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Okay, we're off for some mince pies. Happy holidays!
All right, you want to give it a try?
I haven't got time for this.
Oh, you afraid of losing?
Me? Huh, no way. Bring it on.
Oh, I'm gonna bring it.